Chapter 9 Introduction to Python. Learning Objectives. Feature of Python. Who uses Python today? Downloading Python. To run Python on Windows using Python shell. Components of IDLE Python window. Using commands at the shell prompt interactive mode. Data types in Python. Variables in Python. Understanding the error message. To run Python in script mode, use print function in Python script mode. Introduction. Python is one of the most powerful high-level programming language. It is an interpreted, object-oriented programming language that has gained popularity because of its clear syntax and readability. It was created by Guido van Rossum. Python is a scripting language. It can be used for web programming and for desktop applications, Blender 3D, or even for games. Features of Python. Features of Python that make it a very popular language are: Python is interpreted. Python is processed at runtime by the interpreter. You do not need to compile your program before executing it. Python is interactive. You can use Python prompt and interact with the interpreter directly to write your programs. Python is object-oriented. Python supports object-oriented style. Python is a beginner's language. Python is a great language for the beginner-level programmers and supports the development of a wide range of applications from simple text processing to www browsers to games. Easy to learn. Python has few keywords, simple structure, and a clearly defined syntax. Easy to read. Python code is more clearly defined and easy to read. Portable. Python can run on a wide variety of hardware platforms and has the same interface on all platforms. Databases. Python provides interface to all major commercial databases. Scalable. Python provides a better structure and support for large programs than shell scripting. Who uses Python today? Google makes extensive use of Python in its web search systems. The popular YouTube video sharing service is largely written in Python. The Dropbox storage service codes both its server and desktop client software primarily in Python. The widespread BitTorrent peer-to-peer file sharing system began its life as a Python program. Maya, a powerful integrated 3D modeling and animation system, provides a Python scripting API. iRobot uses Python to develop commercial and military robotic devices. Fact file. Python is a case-sensitive language. For example, print and print are not same. Downloading Python. Python interpreter is free and downloads are available for all major platforms: Windows, Mac OS, and Linux, in the form of source and binary. You can download it from the Python website, python.org. Download from https://www.python.org. Downloads. To run Python on Windows using Python shell. After downloading Python software, execute the IDLE Python as shown in the picture. IDLE stands for Integrated Development and Learning Environment. To start IDLE Python, click on Start button. Click on IDLE Python 3.732-bit option. A Python 3.7.4 shell window opens. Components of IDLE Python window: title bar, menu bar, shell prompt. Title bar. This is the area to display the name of the application. It also contains the buttons like minimize, maximize, and close. Menu bar. It is like any other menu bar and operated in the same way. You can click on a menu name to open it and access the options it contains. Shell prompt. The prompt allows you to enter commands directly into Python and get an instant output by pressing the Enter key. We will be using this interpreter window to display text strings and do elementary mathematics. Using commands at the shell prompt. Interactive mode. Let us enter some commands at the shell prompt and see their output instantly simply by pressing the Enter key. You will observe that shell prompt can work as a calculator for you. Command at the shell prompt. Output. Fact file. Always enclose any text string that you want to display, using the print or any other Python statement in double quotes or single quotes. Try it. Try above commands on the shell prompt and check the output. Data types in Python. Data type means the type of data stored in a variable. Each language has its own data types to store data in a variable. Python also has many data types, but we will be discussing the basic data types which you will be using in programs. Data type description. Int, integer. It represents a number without a fractional part, that is, no decimal point is used. For example, A is equal to 50, B is equal to 99, C is equal to 251, etc. Float. It represents a number with fractional part, that is, a decimal point is used to separate the integer and fractional parts. For example, x is equal to 70.2, y is equal to 99.25, etc. str string. It represents a string of characters enclosed within single quotes or double quotes. For example, Python, hello, 99, etc. Variables in Python. A variable is a reserved memory location to store values. A variable in a program supplies data to the computer for processing. Variables are like envelopes where information can be stored. Rules to declare a variable. The name of the variable can only begin with a letter small a to z, capital A to z, or an underscore. All variable names are case sensitive. Variable name cannot contain punctuation characters like ampersand, percentage, asterisk, etc. Declaring a variable. Assignment operator is equal to is used to declare a variable. Following declarations will make you understand the variable and declaration process more clearly. Y is equal to 10. Value 10 is assigned to the variable y and its data type will be of integer type. X is equal to 2.5. Value 2.5 is assigned to the variable x and its data type will be of type float. Z is equal to Python. String Python is assigned to variable z and its data type will be of type string. Understanding the error message. If a variable is not declared, that is, used without assigning a value to it, the program will give an error message. Variable x without declaring it. Output. Variable x without declaring it. Declaring the variable x. To run Python in script mode. You must have observed by now that interactive mode is useful when only a few commands need to run. It can be confusing to write long programs. In it, as output is also displayed in between the commands. Also, there is no provision to save and edit commands. For writing lengthy programs, there is script mode in Python, where we write programs in its editor. Advantage is that we can save and edit our programs. Steps to work in editor are given below. Click on Start button. IDLE Python 3.7. Click on the File menu, New File. To execute the program, first save the program using File, Save, and then click on Run. Run module or press F5 key. Using the print function. The print function prints the specified message to the screen or other standard output device. The message can be a string or any other object. The object will be converted into a string before being written to the screen. Use print function in Python shell mode. Observe the following programs. Program 1. Program to print any string in shell mode. Using the print function with more than one argument. You can add more than one argument to the print function separated by comma. Arguments will be printed with a space in between. Use print function in Python script mode. Program 2. Program to print any string in script mode. Program output. From now on, we will be using the script mode for our programs. Using the input function. Python has an input function which lets you ask a user for some text input. You call this function to tell the program to stop and wait for the user to key in the data. Syntax: input, prompt. Here prompt is a string representing a default message before the input. Program 3. Program to print any value after getting it from user. The output 30 is of string text type. If you do not specify the data type, it will concatenate two numbers or strings instead of adding them as clear from the next example. Using the int function. The int function converts the specified value into an integer number. Syntax: int value base, where value is a number or a string to be converted into an integer. The default base value is 10 and it can be 0 or any number between 2 to 32. Program 4. Program to print integer value after getting it from user. Program 5. Program to print sum, product, difference, and quotient of two numbers. Escape characters. These are special characters represented by a backslash followed by the character, and they are used for special purposes. Till now we have seen comma as separator. Now we will see how new line character and tab space will affect the output. Program 6. Program to print values using /n and /t. Escape characters. Quick backup. Python is an interpreted and interactive language. Python can run on a wide variety of hardware platforms and has the same interface on all platforms. You can download Python from the web page https://www.python.org downloads. Python is a case-sensitive language. The print function prints the specified message to the screen or other standard output device. Input function first takes the input from the user and then evaluates the expression, which means Python automatically identifies whether user entered a string or a number or a list. Escape characters are special characters represented by a backslash followed by the characters, and they are used for special purposes.